you will learn about how to create a knuckle joint assembly by using Onshape. The dimensions of the different components of the knuckle joint assembly is shown in this diagram. The diagram is attached as PDF for your reference in the description. Now let's move on to the video. First, let us start with the fork end in a part studio. Then we will create a separate part studio. In that we will draw the eye end. Then in the part studio 3, we will create the pin, collar and taper pin. Then we will assemble together all these things in the assembly. Now let's start our drawing. First, let us try to create the fork end. So here let me select the front plane and make a sketch. View normal to the sketch plane. First let us draw the center portion of the fork end. So here from this place let me start it. Here the radius is given as 14. Then let's draw the length here. So that length is equivalent to 30 plus 24, 54. The same length, let's start here. Then this gap is 18. Then this gap, same, the 54. So let's try to make this gap as 18. Similarly on the top side. Let's try to make it. So here the same dimensions, let us try to provide. Dimensions 18. Then we will draw the arc here. The arc radius is given as 32. From this place to this place. So the arc radius is 32. So here it is coming as over constraint. So let me try to delete any one. Now let us try to extend the fork. Let me try to draw it as a rectangle. So the length of the rectangle is given as 74 from this end. So from this place to this one, it is given as 74. And this gap is given as 28. Let's try to make this half as 14. Now let us try to eliminate this one by using the trim command. Now one end of the fork is ready. Now let us try to extrude it. But here we can able to make the fork end by doing the intersecting of two cross sections, because from the two views the two cross sections are different. So let us try to make it. So this one I'm going to extrude it as a symmetric for a distance of, let me take it as some 30. Confirm the sketch. Now let's try to draw it on the top plane. And make a sketch, view normal to the sketch plane. Now let us try to draw the second portion. Two circles are there here. So let's try to draw the two circles. So let's define the diameter. So the outer diameter is radius 24. So 48 is the diameter, and this diameter is equivalent to 24, and the center distance from here is 30. Before that, let's try to extend this area for a larger distance so that the intersection may be proper. Let's come into the sketch 2. Now let's try to draw the remaining portion. So from here till the end, so the end distance from here to the end is given as 104. So let's try to make a rectangle. So the rectangle is given as 104 length. So this dimension length is 104, and the gap is given as 28, and the half distance is 14. So here, sorry, I mistakenly given. So from the center is actually 104. So this distance is not, actually this is 104. So that it will coincide with this. That's right. Now let's try to delete these portions. Yeah, it's confirming that. Now we got the second portion. Let's try to extrude it on both directions. So the sketch 2, I'm going to extrude it on both directions. So let me just try to extend that so that it is intersecting this part. So one part is like this, the other part is like this. Let us try to make the intersection of this both. Let's go to the Boolean command, go to intersect, and the tools is going to be the first extrude. Sorry, before that I added this, but I have to make it as a new. So these are all the two parts. Here you try to intersect the two parts here. So intersect, tool is going to be this part as well as this part. But here I don't want to keep the tools, so let me check out that. So you can see the intersection of both. You can able to see it over here. So now let's try to confirm it. So we got one portion of our fork end. Now let us try to do the remaining portions. The octagonal end and the shaft end. We'll try to make it. So for that, I'm going to sketch on this face. So here I'm going to make an octagon, an inscribed octagon. From this place, make it coincident with this, and make the number of sides as 8 so that it will exactly coincide with this. Now here let's try to make the extrude as a cut, a remove. This distance is equivalent to 1.2 times the diameter, so it will be coming as 30 mm. So here this four ends you try to select it so that it will make it like a octagonal end. Let's confirm the sketch. Now only we need the shaft portion, so let's try to make the shaft portion on this face. Let's draw a circle on the center of diameter 25 mm. Let's confirm the sketch. Go for the extrude. Let's make it for a length of 25 mm. Confirm the sketch. So here, except the filleting, all the options are carried out. Let's do the filleting over here. So fillet for the sharp edges. This one, this one, this one. So let's do the filleting. Let me increase the diameter to 10 so that a bigger fillet may be there. Let's confirm the fillet. So we completed our fork end. Now let's move on to the eye end. So let me rename this part as a fork end. Also the part studio name as a fork end. Now let me create a new part studio. Let me rename the part studio as a eye end. So here we are going to make the eye end. For that I am going to select the top plane, make a sketch, view normal to the sketch plane. So here let us try to make it the circle, two circles which is of diameter 24 and 48. Now let us try to make a rectangle over here. Which is of dimensions. Let's try to make it from the center. So from here, this dimension is given as 86. This dimension is given as 28. So half distance is 14. Now let us try to trim the remaining portions. So remaining portions are trimmed. So 24, 48 and the length is provided. Now let's try to confirm the sketch. So this one you try to extrude it for a distance of 28 mm. So here it is 28 and let me make it as a symmetric. Confirm the sketch. So here we got it. Now we need to make it as a octagonal end here and we have to add the shaft. So let us try to draw the octagonal face here at this place. So make a sketch, view normal to the sketch plane. Let's try to draw the inscribed polygon from here to here and you try to make it as an octagonal end. Confirm the sketch. So the length is equivalent to 1.2 times the diameter, that is 30 mm. So let us try to extrude it for a depth of 30 mm with the remove. So here just select this portions to remove it. If you want to make it as a fillet, that option also you can do it. So how to make that is, just select the fillet option, select this edge. So here there will be an arrow mark. So based on the arrow mark, you can try to extend it. Exactly where it is touching the corner, you try to extend till that. Then select all the edges. You will get the fillet. Confirm the fillet. So this edge is missed out. So let me add it. So that 4 edges we made it as a fillet. Now let's try to create the shaft over here. A sketch. Sketch on this one. View normal to the sketch plane. Let's try to make a shaft which is of diameter 25 mm. Extrude the shaft for a distance of 25 mm. So it is okay. So now we have made the eye end. We have made the eye end. Now let's try to create the collar, pin and taper pin. So add it, create a new part studio. Let's try to make it on the front plane. So here I'm going to make it the cross section of the pin. So let's try to make it as a sketch. So here I'm just going to draw it. As a pin. So this time let's try to dimension this as 12. So this is 12 and this length is 80. So 12 and 80. So this diameter. So here let me draw the axis. Let me draw the axis here by doing the construction line. So let me draw the axis. So here let me dimension this end as a diameter 38 and this diameter as 24. So we got all the dimensions. So let us try to revolve it. Revolve this one, revolve axis, select the center. So you can get a pin. So this pin, let me rename it as a pin. Now let us try to make the collar and the taper pin. So let me try to create the collar over here at this place. So let me try to make a collar. First let us try to make the cross section and do the revolve. So here let me try to make the cross section, and the cross section distance here it is 12. And the diameter is 24 and 38. So let me draw it as an axis. I had selected the dimension. So here let me draw the axis. So this distance is given as diameter 24 and this distance is given as diameter 38. So 24 and 38 is given, and so this distance they have provided it as 4. So the distance is 4. So this is 12, this is 4. Like that we have to adjust it. Now let's try to confirm the sketch and let's do the revolve. So revolve axis is this. So we have made it, but we should not add, we should make it as a new. Confirm this. Now let us try to make the pin. So the pin is of diameter 5, which is having a slope of 1:30. The pin is of diameter 5 and having a slope of 1:30. So let us try to make the diameter, extrude it, then let us try to provide the slope. So let me draw that circle on the center, that is the right plane. On the right plane let us try to make a sketch. View normal to the sketch plane. Let's try to draw a circle which is of diameter 5 and the diameter center from here to here it is given as 10. The bottom end it is given as 10. Let's confirm the sketch. Now let us try to extrude that sketch for a distance. So let us try to extrude it, the previous sketch, for a distance of 44, which is symmetric, and confirm the sketch. Here also you can able to provide the draft angle, but I had given a symmetric, so I don't want to provide the draft angle here. I want to make the draft separately. So let's confirm the sketch. Let's hide this part so that it will be easy for me to select. So select the draft. Neutral plane, you select the right portion, right end. entities to draft is this. So here it is going on increasing, but I want to decrease on the left hand. So draft angle is on the opposite side. So here 1:30 is, the degree is 1.91 divided by 2. So 1.91 divided by 2. So that is the draft angle. So you confirm the sketch. Now we have made the pin, collar and the taper pin. But I didn't made a hole here, the tapered hole here. So what we need to do is we have to do the subtraction command. So let's activate this also. So let's try to make the subtract command by using the boolean. So here the tool is a taper pin. Here I'm going to do the subtract. So the tool is a taper pin. The target is this one and this one. We have to keep the tool. Let me keep the tool. So let's confirm it. So now you can see, even if I hide the pin, you can see a hole is created there. So now we have made the individual parts. Now let us try to make the assembly.